We are going to continue the trend of increasing heat and humidity. You are looking at the heat indices. In other words, what it feels like out there. Andrew breaks it all down for us and talks when we can finally feel relief. Plus, no extensions. The Taliban says the U.S. has until August 31st to evacuate people from Afghanistan. What President Biden had to say about that deadline. Paula.
Parents in Macomb County say they feel a double threat, not only from the pandemic, but from other parents who harass them for following the science and wearing masks in public.
I'm shaking a little bit right now, to be honest with you.
What the sheriff has to say about this.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Longtime drummer for the Rolling Stones, Charlie Watts, has died. Watts was the backbone of Stones songs for more than a half a century and was seen as one of the greatest drummers of his generation. His publicist said Watts died peacefully at a London hospital surrounded by family. The news comes weeks after it was announced he would miss the band's U.S. dates to recover from surgery. Watts was previously treated for throat cancer back in 2004. He was 80 years old. The other big story at 4, the weather. It is very hot outside. So are we expecting it to heat up more, or will there be relief? Andrew, what can you tell us?
Well, I tell you what, Karen, the heat is certainly on, not only today, but it remains muggy through tonight and tomorrow. Take a look at some of the numbers around town right now. The neighborhood numbers are as follows. 90 degrees, we just made it over at Metro Airport, City Airport, and in Ann Arbor. 87, hot and sticky also up towards Sandusky and down to the Ohio border. But the real story is the humidity, making it feel even hotter. So a tall glass of water, that is certainly in order, maybe a couple of them, maybe 3 of them as we go through the rest of the afternoon. Heat index of 101 in Ann Arbor. Make sure you're wearing light and loose fitting clothes. 101 is the current heat index in Adrian. We have a fair amount of sunshine overhead with partly to mostly sunny skies out there. 90 degrees over at the airport, and it feels like 99. Now on Storm Tracker 4, we are rain free for right now, but showers and storms are looming on the horizon. What does that mean for later this afternoon? This evening? Well, we might see some isolated pop-ups, but we'll talk about the chance of scattered showers for tonight and your full week's forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Now to the situation in Afghanistan. The Taliban says that they would block Afghans trying to leave the country from traveling to Kabul's airport and would reject any plans to extend the deadline for American troops to withdraw from Afghanistan to allow more time for Western powers to get their citizens and vulnerable Afghans out of the country. That deadline currently set at August 31st. Let's send it out to Devin Skillion for a look at how the president is responding this afternoon. Devin.
Karen, first to just in, we have just learned that the first U.S. troops have started leaving Afghanistan as the evacuation effort enters its final week. Today, President Biden told the G7 leaders that he is aiming for now to get American troops out of Afghanistan by, as Karen mentioned, August 31st, citing the potential of a terrorist attack. But the president said there is still a possibility of extending the mission. The president is expected to speak to the country sometime later this afternoon. You'll see that live here on Local 4 when it happens. We're awaiting word on when that might start. Meantime, officials at the Pentagon briefed the public on the situation, saying they are committed to that August 31st date.
We're absolutely still aiming towards the end of the month. For all Americans who want to leave, the State Department is working very hard to contact them, and we are getting them out every day. And that's not going to change.
Those comments from the Pentagon come just hours after CIA Director William Burns held what was supposed to be a secret meeting with the Taliban leader in Kabul. The meeting was the highest face-to-face level encounter between the Taliban and a Biden administration officials since the militants seized control of the Afghan capital. Their discussion comes as a flurry of efforts are underway to try to speed this chaotic operation at Kabul's airport. Today, the U.S. military said it pulled off its biggest day of evacuation flights since the operation began. 21,600 people left the country on U.S. aircraft. Pentagon spokesman attributed the higher numbers to better coordination with the Taliban. These are satellite images from above Kabul, from above the airport on Monday, showing crowds of people who are still gathering around the airport hoping to leave. Many of the Afghans gathered near the airport say they face miserable conditions. Water right now selling for $40 a bottle, for example. Meantime, a group of Afghan teenage girls made headlines around the world for their success as a robotics team. They have fled to Qatar after the fall of their country to the Taliban.
When we came from Afghanistan, it was a miserable circumstance for us, and we left our family. I'm so sorry.
No, take your time.
And it was so hard for us because our family there and our country destroyed.
What is the future for girls like them in Afghanistan? They have patented some groundbreaking inventions, including a landmine detector and also a low-cost ventilator made out of car parts. They fled fearing the worst under Taliban rule, that women would lose their hard-won rights and freedoms of recent years. Karen, back to you.
So horribly sad. All right. Thank you, Devin. Experts weighing in on the COVID situation in the U.S. right now after the FDA grants full approval of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. It is the first in the U.S. to get that designation. Here are more vaccine headlines. Dr. Fauci says that if everything goes right, they're hoping to have the vaccine approved for children under 12 by mid to late fall, maybe early winter. Pfizer is currently developing a COVID-19 booster shot intended to target the Delta variant, but they're hoping they do not need to use it as the current shot is showing to be effective against the Delta variant. Meantime, the U.S. Surgeon General is saying the FDA is currently assessing the Moderna application for full approval.
The FDA is assessing the Moderna application for full approval, and we anticipate that Johnson & Johnson in the near future will submit its application for full approval. But despite the news yesterday, there are two things that don't change. One is that if you are unvaccinated, getting vaccinated now with any of the three vaccines is still your fastest path to protection particularly against hospitalization and deaths from the virus.
Now, when asked about when the pandemic might end, this is what Dr. Fauci and the Surgeon General both had to say.
I think how quickly we get back to normal really depends on what we do in the weeks ahead. And specifically, it depends on how quickly we vaccinate people.
You know, it's going to depend on us. It really is. It's in our hands. Our fate is in our own hands. It probably will be, as I've said a couple of times, if we do it right and get through the winter, I hope as we get to the spring of 2022, we'll be there. I hope so. It's up to us.
Even though we hope for a swift end to the pandemic, it is important to take precautions to help slow the spread while infections do remain high. Today, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky said students should wear masks in school to avoid spreading COVID-19.
The reason to mask in schools is not necessarily only to protect our adults, but also to protect our children from transmissibility from one child to another. And then, of course, from children going home to perhaps unvaccinated or immunocompromised or at-risk adults who might have waning immunity.
Health experts recommend wearing a mask indoors, whether you're vaccinated or not, when community transmission reaches a high or substantial level. In Michigan, 81 out of the 83 counties fall under that guidance. But as Paula Tutman reports, some parents say they feel bullied for following the advice of experts.
Parents following the science and not the social media called the Macomb County Parents for Safe In-Person School have organized to put pressure on the governor, the state, and county health departments and the Macomb Intermediate School District, or MISD, to mandate mask wearing when school starts in the fall.
We are so exhausted. We can't do this fight. Somebody else needs to do it for us.
These parents say they're feeling bullying from other parents who have mounted their own very organized and persistent anti-mask mandate campaign. But it goes beyond that, because what these parents also say is what we saw Friday.
Getting called fools driving by.
And it's always been a tight-knit community, but it's divided now. It's a problem.
So this guy just rolled by only to call you guys fools and to yell at you.
I'm shaking a little bit right now, to be honest with you.
Is what they say they feel almost every day because they choose to mask up in public settings where they don't know the vaccine status of the people around them.
It's terrifying that our children are being subjected to this hate. All because we want to be safe.
Since Friday, Emily, who's organizing parents to fight back against the very loud voices against school mask mandates.
There's a lot of pages and people in the community that don't like what I'm doing, don't like what our group is doing. Been called a communist, having people take pictures from my friends' pages where I've been out this summer with my kids and skimming for pictures, looking for pictures where my kids aren't in masks over the summer.
In fact, many of these parents say in their northern Macomb communities, they feel targeted and threatened because they choose to wear masks.
People are supposed to be together and be helping each other, but people are not doing that right now.
Macomb County Sheriff Anthony Wickersham says he is very aware of the mounting rhetoric on social media and in the community.
Everybody has a right to come on out and have their voice heard. But, when it gets to the level that there's either harassment or there's contact or there's intimidation or assaults.
And acknowledges the fine line between freedom of speech and thinly veiled threats and harassment.
So when it becomes where you feel intimidated, you feel threatened, you feel that maybe your house, your kids, your family may be in jeopardy, then it's time to reach out to law enforcement and let us get involved.
Sheriff Wickersham says it is important to document or record anything that feels like a threat or harassment so that they can start their documentation at the Sheriff's Department. And that way they can help gauge whether or not it actually rises to the level of criminal activity to be referred to the prosecutor's office. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Still to come, one of Europe's mightiest alpine glaciers is melting. Why experts say this impacts all of us. But first, the rescue efforts continue in Middle Tennessee after catastrophic flooding. What we're learning coming up.
I'll have the latest research on simple ways parents can help students boost their performance and start the school year off right.
Tomorrow on Local 4 News Today.